Hello, ladies and gents. Macho Miracle here, aka Dyson. Welcome to some good old macho life. This one is gonna be a late one because it was Thanksgiving week, so of course I had stuff going on. I had class on Monday and Tuesday. It was really easy. 2 days, not much going on there. And then, of course, I had nothing going on Wednesday except for the fact that I had to take my truck down to the mechanics and get my wheel replaced, and get a new starter and a new rear seal because the transmission was taken out. So cost me money. That was let me think. It's $435 for that. Yeah. Cost $435. Most of it was the labor because it took them like 4 hours to do the entire thing, get it all done. So that's cool. That's all right. And I was gonna go see my dad that day, but then I was like, oh yeah, I have no vehicle, so I can't get there. So I didn't go because of that. It's all good though. And let's see what else was going on. I played some games with friends. Austin finally came and got his dog tags that he left here like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Finally came and got those, and I had to work Thanksgiving. Here's a good old story time. So I worked from 9 to 6 is what it was. 9 in the morning till 6 at night. The sales started at 6 at night on the at Walmart where I was. I only had to cut open one thing of all the stuff that was being sold. It was the like smaller 3DSs, not the 3DS XL, but the smaller ones that were only for this like Black Friday sale. They're like a Mario edition. There's a black and white one. So it's like, oh neat, It's like I'm like, I bet these will go pretty fast because there was a line of people, and I knew 2 of the people that were in line. And so there's 9 people in line, all right, and there's 10 of these things, and the plastic's on there so bad I didn't even have to cut it. I just kind of grabbed the plastic and tore it off whenever she said the manager came over to the store, and she was like, okay, associates, you can coat open everything, cut it all open at 6 o'clock. So did that within 10 seconds, not even kidding. The 9 people that were in line they got them. They were gone because one of the people that I knew, one of the 2 people I knew in the line grabbed 2. So within 10 seconds, all 10 of those things were gone. And everyone who was in line got one, which was super cool. And that was by far the most calm line I think I saw the entire night. Because it was like, they just walked up there, grabbed one, walked off. It was just like super easy. So I got to go home. I bought 2 games for like $28. No, 27, sorry. I bought Titanfall 2 again, but on the Xbox One, so I can play with Levi. And I bought Battlefield 1 on PS4, so now we have 2 copies of it, so me and my little brother could play together if we wanted to. So if we want to do that, which I'm sure we will sometime. It's basketball season now, so he's not going to be all that, free time. He's not going to have a lot. So it'll be me playing with my friends, and then if he happens to be able to play, has the free time, he'll play with us, which is super good, super awesome. What I'd like it to be, because there's a few friends I've played with. I always play with like Colton and Austin. But then there's another Austin we know that we played with. And then there's some friends that there's some guy we met online that we all play with. And then they all have like a friend or 2 that they play Battlefield 1 with every once in a while. There's some older guys here in town that play Battlefield 1. I haven't played with them yet, but my other friends have. And then my uncle, he's got it, and he's going to be playing Battlefield 1 online after he beats the story, but he's a busy guy, so it'll be a while before I get to play it with him. It'd be like winter break whenever I get to play Battlefield 1 with him. I'd love to, actually get 5 people together and play it. And then, of course, my friend Justin, but he hasn't played in a while. I think he's been working whenever we have the free time to play. So that sucks, but it's all good. It's all fine and dandy. Now let me tell you about a TV that I wanted on Thanksgiving. They were selling a Samsung 50-inch 4K smart TV for $398, and the line started at 4 o'clock. We had 5 of these TVs. So at 4 o'clock, I was either going to go on break and get my wristband or have a friend do it for me. I had a friend of mine do it for me. Good old Dakota Hopgood, corn-fed, that's what we call him. Hopgood, good friend of mine. I love this guy. He's awesome. And whenever I suggested it to him, I asked him if he would do it. He was, it was just like, boom, of course, I was worried. But I don't know why I was worried, because it was like, I was just anxious because I wanted the TV. I'm pretty sure what it was. Because Hopgood's a really good friend of mine. So it's just like, he's like, oh yeah, totally, I'll do that for you. Just had zero problem with it. Gonna help me out. And I was like, super awesome. Just super happy. It was super cool that he was gonna do that. So he goes and gets the bracelet at 4 o'clock. So at 6, after I pick up the 2 games I want, I got to go get my TV. So I go to the right line, which was aisle 4, which is the line he was in to get this bracelet. But get this. Well, he had to go get a paper for me with that bracelet. Turns out that they gave him the wrong bracelet. And when I went over there, because the other 5 TVs that I wanted were all spoken for, Hello. I don't know where it cut off at. Actually, I'm pretty sure I do. It cut off, and I need to, continue that story. I had to recharge the battery. The battery died. I didn't realize the battery was low, so that's awesome. I was talking about my buddy Hopgood getting the bracelet for me to get my TV. The other 5 were spoken for. This is where I left off, and that's why I couldn't get it. So, I went and found him, and told him about it, which he was bummed out, and was telling me sorry and stuff like that, even though it's not his fault at all. He felt bad, but I let him know, it's like, no, it's not your fault, there's nothing he did that caused this problem. It was, he got in the correct line, and something happened where stuff just got screwed up. But here's the really cool part. I get the 2 games that I wanted, so I leave, I go home, I'm looking at other TVs online, and I find one the next morning, Black Friday morning, which I didn't have to work on Black Friday. I went to a family Thanksgiving, one of 3 that I could have went to, because there's 2 on Thanksgiving Day. There's one at noon on my stepdad's side, and I couldn't make that since I was working 9 to 6. I was pretty bummed about that. But then there's another one that I was working, and couldn't, because I was working, I couldn't make it to. It started at 6 o'clock. It's all the way in another town, quite a ways away. It'd be like another 30-minute drive. I didn't get home till 7 o'clock because I was doing my shopping and dealing with all that stuff. And I didn't want to be late. I was just unable to make it. That was my dad's side stuff. The family Thanksgiving they were having. Would have liked to go to that, but I didn't go because of that. And I let my dad know I probably wasn't going to go. I'd let him know if I did. So he didn't go either because I wasn't there. And I guess because he didn't want to go, my grandpa didn't end up going. Which, I was like, they'd probably want to see my grandpa more than my dad. But because my dad didn't want to go, I guess my grandpa's like, all right, cool. I guess I can use it as an excuse to not go. It's probably what he was thinking. But my dad used me as an excuse to not go. Since I wasn't able to make it, my dad wasn't going to go. That'd be the only reason he goes. Because that's just how the way it is. Then I went on my mom's side one on Black Friday, which was at 2 o'clock because I don't know, schools are really dumb and make you have basketball practice, if you're my little brother, the day before Thanksgiving and the day after. Even though it's like, yeah, no, we don't have any family stuff going on since, it's Black Friday, and we didn't have these things planned before basketball practice even started at all. No. So, luckily our family pushed it back a couple of hours so that we could make it and actually eat food and talk with everybody. So instead of starting at noon, it started at 2 o'clock because it was all the way in Springfield, like an hour away. So it was a good time. But back to what I found Friday morning on Dell.com. Dell as in the computer company. They're like you can buy more than just Dell stuff on Dell.com. Like more than just computer stuff. There's games you can get. There's TVs you can buy. There's monitors. Of course, there's computers. There's Alienware stuff because Dell owns Alienware. So, laptops and all that good stuff. There's computer accessories. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can get from Dell.com. Well, they ended up having a 43-inch 4K TV. Has 120 hertz, which is the highest hertz a 4G TV has at this point in time, because they only have 60 or 120. They've never had higher than 120. So I wanted a 120 hertz one because I plan on getting a PS4 Pro, and I wanted to have HDR, high dynamic range. This TV has it. It has HDR. I was like, good. So it was awesome because it needs to be bigger than about 42 inches is what my 3D graphics and like animation professor, that's what he teaches. He also teaches audio and video software, and he's teaching my 3D graphics class right now that I'm in. He says that the TV needs to be 42 inches or bigger to get the full 4K experience, because smaller than that, he's like, you can still tell a difference between full 1080p and 4K, but it's not a huge difference. Now, if you get bigger than 42 inches, if you put a 42-inch 1080p TV up against like a right side by side with a 4K 42-inch TV, the 4K TV is going to look extremely good. So that Samsung that I wanted was a 50-inch. This LG one, it's an LG TV, 43 inches. So I'm like, cool, it's right above like the cutoff point. So it's big. My TV right here is a 40-inch right there. So I sit about this far away, so I'm never really sitting this far back. I'm usually scoot up right to my desk. So I will have to move my stuff back a little bit, and move all that stuff this way a little bit. That TV is going to go into my bedroom, and the TV I just showed you will be going on top of that thing right over there. This TV will be going where the small TV is. It'll be my computer monitor. I'll have a 40-inch computer monitor. But get this, okay? This is the only thing I don't like about the TV I ordered. It's perfect otherwise. Oh, and it was only $300. Free shipping too, so I paid like $312 because of tax. Alright, you see this base? This base is a base like this. The LG one is the one when I was talking about last week with the legs that are like these like fork thing. It's like this, basically the way but more spread out. That's like this, but actually more attached to the TV on both sides. Ow, shoot. But being a 43-inch TV, it's not going to fit on that little thing over there. So I'm going to have to move this entire dang thing full of crap. Look at all that. Look at all that trash I need to clean up. Whew. I don't realize it until, I start looking at it. Don't worry, I wash out all my stuff so it doesn't, I'm really weird about it. I clean my stuff before I throw it away even. I don't know, I'm weird. I know I'm weird. But that thing's getting moved over there. And because I already have so many game consoles, that's staying right there. This is actually, because this is getting pushed back, this is going to move up because there's already game consoles on there. I'm going to probably just completely move this. I'm going to put it like on top of the Wii U. And I'm going to move that Hauppauge that's back there. I'm going to find a home for it in a different room because I don't need it anymore. Don't even know why it's still there. I'm going to put my PS4 Pro in there. Or if I end up getting another shelf to put games on, because I put 2 of those on my Christmas list. I could use another thing for game consoles because I'm going to get more. But that thing's just going to get rolled up because it's on wheels. If you can't see, the guy's on wheels. I already did some measuring. I have this clothespin here. to signify this is where the front of that guy goes. That big thing. It's because of all the plugins and stuff like that. I wanted to have some room away from the wall. So that's what's going to happen. That's going to be away from the wall. And so I can still get to my plugins back there and stuff. Because I want it to be convenient. And that guy's just going to get moved up. But it's also going to be pushed over to the left a little bit. The thing my TV's on now. Going to be moved over to the left because I don't want to be right in the middle, right in my way. For game consoles and stuff, it's going to be moved over to the left. And I just realized because there's not going to be anything on the top, I can put consoles on that. What I'm even talking about, I can do that. I just realized, like, I'm probably just going to leave everything on there until I get another new console, like, say, I don't know, Scorpio, I guess, whenever I get that. Because I'm going to have a 4K TV that I'm going to be playing games on now. So awesome. With a PS4 Pro. And then when Scorpio comes out, I'll get a Scorpio. I have to have somewhere for my Switch, too. So up there, I could probably fit 2 consoles. And then down there, I can fit another 2. Once I move all the other stuff and keep the Wii U there. I'm going to keep the Wii U there because I have games to play on it. I play a lot of games. Unfortunately, I don't always have the time to play all the games I want, though. I would love to do that. And then, of course, this week there was double experience going on in Call of Duty. I played a little bit of it just to level up in Infinite Warfare because I'm starting to have more fun with the game. This is the first time when I've played a COD where I started playing it and I'm not instantly amazing at it. I'm not amazing at games. I'm above average at least, though. There are certain games where I never really do bad, though. Like any of the, it seems like there's just certain games where I can do really good. Super Smash Brothers, I'm really good at those. Doesn't matter what, I'm just good at them. And shooters, I'm pretty all right at. Pretty dang good. I'm definitely above average. I'm trying to think of a shooter game where I'm just like really, really good at the game. I'm trying to Modern Warfare 2. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I was good at that game. And let me think. Ghosts, I was really good at Ghosts. I didn't like Ghosts all that much, but I was good at it. I didn't like uploading Ghosts because not a lot of people liked it and didn't want to watch it. I don't feel like uploading Infinite Warfare stuff, but I realized I uploaded more Ghosts videos than I ever thought I would, so I'm going to at least play every game mode. I'm going to do Infinite Warfare Live. I'm going to do that, unfortunately. And then I'm going to do some videos of me and my friends playing together. Playing it alone so far, I've had some fun with multiplayer. Zombies is actually really fun on Infinite Warfare. I really do enjoy the zombies. The zombies is pretty cool. I've not played the story yet. I'm going to be doing that. But the multiplayer, I don't know. It's just the way you move around in the game and the guns in the game. The guns are, I don't know. I don't really like the guns. Black Ops 3, I realize after playing Infinite Warfare that the Black Ops 3 guns are amazing. Like, they did a really good job with Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 is probably one of the best Call of Duties now. It's definitely the best Call of Duty with all the, like, futuristic crap. Definitely the best one for all the future crap. For sure. Unless we want to count Black Ops 2. Then Black Ops 2 is the best for future stuff. But I mean, like, the wall running and the jetpacks and double jumping and stuff like that. Black Ops 3 is the best for all that crazy movement bullcrap. But if we want to talk like futuristic weapons and stuff like that, alright, Black Ops 2 is the best. Because Black Ops 2 is a great game. And then Modern Warfare 3 was pretty good. Modern Warfare 2 was great. Modern Warfare was great. World of War was great. Black Ops was great. Ghosts is actually okay. Looking back at it, story was great. I didn't really care that much for Extinction, but a lot of people had fun with Extinction, so I was like, okay. And multiplayer, the only complaint I really have about multiplayer, I mean, the guns were, they were pretty decent. They were okay. Okay guns in there. The perks were good perks. The score streaks, point streaks, they were pretty good. It was the spawns. Spawns and Ghosts were just They were just awful. That's what I hated. Spawns were terrible. And the maps are a little bit too big, I feel like, for Call of Duty. That's how I feel. But the maps were still cool maps. I really did enjoy the maps. They were cool. So looking back at it, I'm like, wait, Ghost wasn't really all that terrible. And then I look at Advanced Warfare, and I go, what? Because the campaign was good. I liked the campaign. The zombies was like, it was mediocre. I had fun playing it, but I never really was like, oh, I'm going to go play zombies because I want to have a ton of fun. And then Infinite Warfare is like, but I've heard good things about the story, so, and I like zombies. Usually I like the campaign. Every campaign of Call of Duty has been good, I feel like. I like they do something right with their campaigns. There's one campaign that I'm not really a fan of, and that's Black Ops 3. That's Black Ops 3's only problem, is campaign. Zombies and multiplayer, they got right. It's like, how did they mess up campaign? I don't know. That's just really weird to me. Because, your player didn't really have a name, and, I mean, it was cool you could do co-op, but it was like, I mean, your character doesn't really have a name or anything like that. It just didn't, it was like, I'm playing Call of Duty, I'm not playing an RPG, I don't want to make my own. I like customizing my character, but can we please have him have a name? Can we have a story where he's more, I don't know, involved, instead of this, because they did that so you could do 4-player co-op. It's like, that's, you know what's fine with me? Give one player, whoever's the host, they can play the guy who has the name. The other 3 can be guys that are like, I don't know, random soldiers along for the ride, expendable soldiers, just people we don't really have to give a name to. You'll look at them and it gives us one of those random names that it shows like the random teammates you get. It'd be like Private Miller or something like that, that it always says. I'm fine with that. Don't on the subtitles say player 1 and a guy talking. I didn't like that. And the story wasn't all that great. Story was okay, but it was just like, I mean, in all honesty, Black Ops 3 probably had the worst campaign out of the Call of Duties I've played. Understand, I played a little bit of the first 3 Call of Duties. A lot of people I've talked to, they really don't like Call of Duty 3. They really don't like that one for some reason. It's about 50-50. There's people who are like, oh, that game is awesome. And then there's another half they're like, that is the most terrible, awful, just horrendous piece of crap game I've ever played in my life. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. But when it comes to me personally, there's people who like the game. And I'm not saying don't buy the game. If you like Call of Duty, buy the game. Because people worked on this game and need to, support their families. They need to make money. So whenever I bought the game and I got it and I'm not having as much fun with it as I would hope, you know what? It's still playable. And I'm definitely looking forward to playing with friends. I feel like if I play with friends, it'll just be a much more well-rounded, fun experience. So I'm trying not to hate on the game. I'm just expressing my feelings towards the game. I will still play the game. I'm not going to just be like, ugh, worst game ever, don't buy this game. Because people need to support their families, buy the game. So they can make money like they hope to. Because money makes the world go around. And to, have something that these people worked on basically be called a piece of junk by a lot of people would not help. I realized I was, not very happy with it. But if I stick to gun game, I will have fun with the game. I will honestly have fun with the game if I stick to gun game. Because I can win gun games. I go on to other game modes and I'm having the normal Call of Duty problems as in like jumping into a match late. There's no combat records yet, that's weird. But like jumping into a match late. So I spawn in and there's like 50,000 things in the sky killing me. Like the wardens are just flying around going doo, 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 and shooting the absolute crap out of me, just killing me over and over again. and everybody's already got their momentum going, I hate joining in the matches late. I really do, especially if it's on the losing team, and the losing team isn't just losing, they're getting annihilated, because that means I'm going to jump in and start getting annihilated immediately, because it's just, there's crap tons of things going on in the sky, and it's like, you just can't do anything because everybody's already got their stuff going on, killing all of you. And it's just like, oh man. That's whenever it's like, jumping in matches late is annoying. But hey, Call of Duty does it right where it doesn't count as a loss if you lose when you come in late. That's good. I like that. So what I've been doing to make Infinite Warfare more fun, there are missions you go for. You have mission teams, and you try to complete missions, which are like these extra challenges in the game to rank up one of your 4 mission teams that you're following, and you unlock cool rewards and stuff like that. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I also trying to find the right character, the right payload guy. I think now I found the one that I like. I'm using Merc because he has that Steel Dragon, which is this like plasma gun that like locks onto people and will kill them. I like that payload. I like Claw and I like Equalizer, but that payload right there, I have gone on the biggest tear with that thing in the game. That thing I just have annihilated people with. And I have the trait to I regen health faster. Has this thing even been recording? I think I just realized that I hit the recording button for it to record, and it didn't record a lot of stuff, so let me check that. Let me see what's going on with this guy. Alright, from the looks of it, it got most of what I wanted to talk about in there. I talked a little bit more about some of the payloads and stuff in Call of Duty. Basically, I'm just annoyed that there are even payloads and supers, basically, now in a bunch of games. Like, I started with Destiny. Destiny had supers. I was like, okay, cool, yeah, it's the kind of game where, you get to use it on bosses and stuff like that. And for Destiny, it makes sense. And then all of a sudden, Call of Duty started doing it, and I'm like, what is this? It's just, it's the main reason in Black Ops 3 why I have not went for nuclears. I've gotten close to nuclears, not trying. If I wanted to go try, I would get close a bunch of times, probably not get them, because anytime I've been on a nuclear streak, it's always ended by, I forget what they're even calling Black Ops 3 now, freaking specialist. I get killed by a specialist ability, or weapon, or something. A specialist something gets me every time, and I'm like, ugh. And then payloads, they annihilate everybody in Infinite Warfare. So that's one of the other reasons why I'm just playing to do my thing. I also said that I wanted like sharpshooter and gun game and stuff like that. One in the chamber, Sticks and Stones, all these other game modes back to have fun with in the game because I enjoy them. Really, that's all I continued to talk about, even though I didn't realize it stopped recording after I was talking about the Merc and Equalizer guys, and some of the payloads in Infinite Warfare. I don't know. Don't even know. That time it didn't beep for me. Usually it goes whenever it stops recording. That didn't happen. I saw a light flash and I was like, oh, it's probably just battery went down a little bit. Nope, battery's still full, but by golly, that was it stopping its recording, because this camera only likes to record for 10 minutes at a time. Oh man, so great. I'm looking into another camera. I have my GoPro over there, but it takes too long for me to get it onto my computer to then basically get it rendered out in a normal view instead of like the fisheye view. Even if I put it in its already normal recording mode, I still have to go through the GoPro software to then save it and render it in the GoPro software. Then I have to put it in Premiere Pro and then render it again. And it's like, there's a lot of rendering and it takes a lot of time. It's much faster to just record it here, get it on the computer in like a few minutes, and then I do a little bit of editing and I freaking render it in Premiere Pro and it's done. Instead of rendering it an extra 2 times whenever I put my GoPro in. That's awesome. Plus I have to I can only go through my GoPro software to put the GoPro videos onto my computer. That's kind of annoying because I've tried not using it. Nope, gotta have the GoPro software. Now, there are things that I record that I have to have my GoPro for stuff like that, no problem. I don't have a problem with it at all. But for just simple vlogs like this camera will do. But I am looking into I'm getting a DSLR camera eventually. It comes with a bunch of different lenses. It's a big bundle kit. It's a really good camera and a bunch of awesome lenses and stuff like that. It's a DSLR, like I said, so it's one of those big ones that takes really nice pictures, but it also has video mode and has a good microphone on it. I've looked at reviews and everything's really good about this. There's always something about DSLRs I never really liked though, and that's the fact that a lot of them you have to use like AA's in, and I've been trying to find one where it's a rechargeable battery. And this one, guess what? It is. But I've found ones, a lot of them do have rechargeable batteries, but the batteries don't last very long. They last like, 3-4 hours at a time. I'm looking for more than that. I'm looking for at least 6. And this one does 8 hours? It's like 6 to 8 hours. Might even do more. There's another one I was looking at. I was like, oh, cool. This one has the hours I want. I think the one I wanted, though, the one I found, ended up actually being 8 to like 10 hours, which is awesome. But if it is 6 to 8, that's fine. That's the time. That's as much time as I need, because I always have to charge my batteries for my stuff at the most inopportune times. Just the most annoying times ever. So it's all good though. It's all good. It's just part of using all this stuff. I was looking at the lighting. Did not realize the light was so bright from the sun today. So sorry for the lighting in this video, but that's okay. It'll be all right. And again, sorry for this being so late, but it was Thanksgiving week. I was busy working and hanging out with family, talking to friends, and just having a good time and eating good food. So again, sorry about that, but it'll be okay. It'll be all right. But this next week, it'll just be, I have a bunch of schoolwork I got to do. I'm going to play video games. That's it. So expect an amazing one next week. It's probably only going to be a few minutes long unless something happens that I feel like I have to talk about. And then in which case it'll be longer. So get ready for that. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week / day, whatever. I don't know. Just have a good one. And toodaloo.